You would also repeat. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, madam. Audible.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
As we are about to start the workshop, I request everyone to kindly put yourselves on mute and please put the volumes low. If you have any queries, you may raise your virtual hand. And if you have any questions regarding the workshop, we will be parking the Q&A round at the end of the session. For that, I request everybody to kindly put the questions in the chat box, or you may ask later.
Or you may ask later.
As we come together to celebrate learning, innovation, and scholarly
and
growth.
scholarly growth.
Just
Madam, voice is echo. I think your end also.
Yes, sir, we are working on that.
बेटा
Just
बैग
give
कहाँ
me
पे
1
है?
minute.
बैग वैन से जाते हो मम्मी
Also requesting make all the participant mute so that it will be good to start. Yeah, now it is perfect.
Hello,
Hello, I hope the voice is not echoing right now.
Again, two voices are coming, madam. Can you check?
Checking, just 1 minute.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right now, is that okay?
Now it is okay.
Hello.
Yeah, now it is okay, madam.
Thank you so much. The workshop. As we come together to celebrate learning, innovation, and scholarly growth, I, Bhagwamat, member of the organizing committee of MIC 2026, extend a warm and respectful welcome to our esteemed guest of honor and resource person for the day, Dr. Rashmi Ranjan Panigrahi, a distinguished editor and highly respected reviewer associated with globally acclaimed and indexed journals. I am also delighted to welcome all our esteemed dignitaries, Executive Director, Professor Dr. Sugandha Goyal ma'am, Director General Colonel A.S. Malhotra sir, Dean Academics Dr. Shashank Chaudhary, Head of different departments, various faculty members,
Yeah, I think voice is breaking. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir, you are audible, but Anubha, your voice is not clear.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I
Now
guess
I
I'm
guess
audible to everybody.
everybody.
Anubha ma'am, you're audible to us. It's just that your voice is echoing. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. There was some technical glitch.
Starting once
Starting
again.
once again.
Sorry
So
for the
sorry for the
technical
technical glitch, everybody.
Now I guess I'm
Now
audible.
audible clearly.
Yes, you are audible, ma'am. Is the volume off? Now I hope it is a little better.
Little better. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Absolutely
Um,
fine. Yeah.
Welcoming once
Once again, everybody, including our research person, Dr. Rashmi Ranjan Parigrahi,
and
and
our
our dignitaries, Professor Dr. Sugandha Goyal, ma'am, Executive Director, Director General Colonel A.S. Malhotra, sir, Dean Academics, sir, Dr. Shashank Chaudhary, heads of department, faculty members, research scholars, and dear students from esteemed universities and institutions. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today and being part for this pre-conference workshop on ethical dilemmas in modern research, insights from an editor's perspective. We are truly honored by all of your virtual presence, and we look forward to a meaningful and enriching academic experience together.
This
This
pre-conference
pre-conference
workshop
workshop is being organized by the R&D cell under the aegis of IIC and as a precursor for the multidisciplinary international conference with theme Intelligent Technology in Education and Business Management.
and the
And the
MIC
MIC will be held on 20th and 21st of February 2026.
about
About
MIC,
MIC,
about IPM
about
Ghaziabad,
IPM Ghaziabad. It is a truly great institution
that offers
that offers a dynamic platform for students to grow, evolve, and prepare themselves for every phase of life. Nestled in the commercial hub of Delhi NCR, IPM has built a distinguished legacy of over 3 decades in shaping educational excellence. Under the aegis of Lux Educational Society, IPM has consistently nurtured talent across management, IT, education, and law, producing leaders and change makers who continue to excel in their respective fields. Today, IPM stands as a symbol of world-class education, committed to holistic development through a value-driven curriculum and experiential learning. A testament to its dedication to quality accreditation with an A grade by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council. None of these achievements would have been possible without the profound vision of our founder, Mr. B.S. Goyal, Dr. B.S. Goyal, sir. A true visionary and a philanthropist, he led the institution's foundation on the pillars of knowledge, wisdom, perseverance, and determination, creating a vibrant environment where students and faculty alike can dream, learn, and thrive. On behalf of the entire institution, we offer our heartfelt gratitude for his exemplary leadership and far reaching vision. His unwavering commitment to the advancement of education and society continues to inspire us every single day. It is my utmost honor to welcome and introduce our management members who are indeed the backbone of our institution. Mr. Anupam Goyal, sir, Secretary, IPM Group of Institutions, Colonel Dr. A.S. Malhotra, sir, Director General, IPM Ghaziabad, Professor Dr. Sugandha Goyal, Executive Director, and Dean Academics, Dr. Shashank.
Anupama, your mic has been muted.
Yes, sir. Now introducing our second multidisciplinary conference. Today, as the academic and professional world becomes increasingly multidisciplinary and technology continues to redefine the way we learn, work, and conduct research, platforms that bring diverse fields together have become more important than ever. In a world driven by AI, data intelligence, and rapid technological transformation, the need for collaborative cross-disciplinary dialogue is at its peak. It is in this spirit that we proudly present the second Multidisciplinary International Conference on Intelligent Technology in Education and Business Management, being held on 20th and 21st February 2026. Before I introduce the MIC 26, it is very important to acknowledge the phenomenal success of MIC 25, which truly set the benchmark, of what a multidisciplinary conference can achieve. Last year's conference emerged as an academic milestone, attracting 265 high quality papers, engaging 160 plus participants globally, and offering prestigious publication avenues through ABDC Journal, JGate Index Journals, and Bloomsbury volume. Riding on this powerful momentum, we now present the next chapter. MIC 2026 is a flagship initiative of IPM Ghaziabad designed to foster academic excellence, research, innovation, and strong industry academia collaboration in an environment where disciplines increasingly overlap and technology acts as the backbone of progress. It is my absolute honor to introduce the distinguished team behind Multidisciplinary International Conference, whose guidance and leadership made this conference possible. At the helm, we have our chief patron, Mr. Anupam Goyal, sir, Secretary IPM. We are privileged to have our esteemed patrons, Professor Dr. Sugandha Goyal, Colonel Dr. A.S. Malhotra, sir. Leading the academic vision of the conference, we have our conference chairs, Dr. Shashank Chaudhary, Dean Academics and HOD Management, Dr. Nishi Sharma, Principal, Center for Teacher Education, and Dr. Monica Dixit, HOD Computer Application. Committed and dedicated conveners, Dr. Shalini Agarwal, Associate Professor, CA Department, Dr. Asta Sahani, Assistant Professor, Management Department, Ms. Parul Tyagi, Assistant Professor, Center for Teacher Education. And assisting them with equal commitment, our co-conveners, Dr. Mohammad Arwaq, Assistant Professor, Management Department, Dr. Ravikant Verma, Assistant Professor, CA Department, and Ms. Viditi Rastogi, Assistant Professor, CTE. We express our sincere appreciation to the entire organizing committee for their vision, dedication, and collective efforts towards making MIC 26 a significant academic event. MIC features a set of conference tracks that captures the evolving landscape of technology and its applications. These include predictive finance strategies, AI-driven marketing ecosystems, next-gen HR practices, cybersecurity, blockchain and cloud infrastructure, smart system AI applications and intelligent automation, equity access and inclusive education, curriculum design, assessment and learning outcomes, and sustainable future and case studies. I, on behalf of R&D Cell, am delighted to share that the call for papers for MIC 26 is now open. We invite academicians, research scholars, industry professionals, and students to submit their original research papers and extended abstracts across various conference tracks shared. Selected papers will have opportunity for publication as well, and certificate of participation to all the people contributing, as well as the rewards, cash rewards to the people who will win the best paper award in each track. Now, before we officially begin our pre-conference workshop, I request everybody to kindly switch on their cameras for a group photograph. Please turn on your cameras for a moment while our technical team captures the screen.
वीडियो स्टॉप क्यों हो गई? Sir,
Thank you, everyone. Now, I request everybody to please put yourselves on mute. Now it is my honor to introduce a visionary leader whose guidance continues to inspire and strengthen every academic initiative at IPM. Professor Dr. Sugandha Goyal, Executive Director of IPM Ghaziabad. Ma'am, we are privileged to have you with us today. I now invite ma'am to kindly deliver the inaugural address and set the tone for today's pre-conference workshop. Ma'am, the virtual stage is yours.
Yes. Thank you, Anubha, for introducing me. I'm sorry with the guest that we have some internet issues or some technical issues. Now we will try to be on the best part. Very warm good afternoon to all distinguished participants, researchers, and our esteemed resource person, Professor Dr. Rashmi Ranjan Panigrahi. It is truly an honor to host this pre-conference workshop organized under the aegis of IPM's Institutions Innovation Cell Council. As a part of the academic engagements leading to the second multidisciplinary international conference, the topic is very important, that is the ethical dilemmas in modern research insights from an editor's perspective, is really both timely and very essential. In an era where research shapes innovations and influences society at every step, ethical decision making becomes not just important but indispensable also. Today's session will help us navigate the delicate balance between scientific ambitions and ethical responsibility, guided by the wisdom and experience of an expert editor. I extend my appreciation to the R&D cell team MIC 2026 and the collaborative efforts of all the departments for organizing this meaningful workshop. To all the participants, I encourage you all to listen, reflect, and ask and engage yourself within the duration of your workshop. As we move forward with today's workshop, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all my speakers and participants for being the part of this important conversation. May this session inspire us to think deeper, act responsibly, and uphold the highest value in our research journey. With warm wishes for a meaningful and enriching learning experience, let us begin this session. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a warm inaugural and thoughtful inaugural address. Your words of encouragement and your vision for research excellence truly set the direction for today's workshop. We are grateful for your continuous guidance. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Now, I am pleased to invite Dr. Shashank Chaudhary, Dean Academics and Head of the Management Department, IPEM, a renowned academician and leader whose unwavering commitment to education and academic excellence has been a source of inspiration. Sir, I request you to kindly present the welcome address and formally begin the today's proceedings.
Thank you, Anuba. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
On behalf of IPM Group of Institutions, I welcome all the people, all the participants who are a part of this workshop. And from the different parts of the globe, different people are joining us. So as the case may be, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, as we are having this international workshop, and the scholars and the faculty are connected from different parts of the globe. And this is the workshop which we are organizing, leading to the International Multidisciplinary Conference, which we are organizing 2026. And it's our pride, pleasure, and privilege to have Dr. Rashmi Ranjan Panigrahi as the resource person for this workshop, who is an expert, researcher, and academician par excellence, and who is associated with various reputed international and national journals, which are indexed at such a reputed level. The topic of the workshop is quite important, and ethical dilemmas, particularly from the perspective of the editor. Ethical dilemmas is something which we face in our day-to-day life also, and particularly in the context of research. Ethical dilemmas become very important. There are certain conflicts always between moral principles, duties, and obligations, often requiring a difficult choice between two or more conflicting options. There are various common dilemmas, including balance informed consent with study goals, confidentiality versus transparency, minimizing harm, vulnerable groups. There are various dilemmas related to data and integrity, also like data analysis and reporting, research misconduct, data ownership and privacy, as well as various dilemmas involving research institutions like conflict of interest, lack of supervision, competing interests, inadequate guidance, etc. And I truly believe that our resource person, who is an academician and researcher par excellence of international repute, will be throwing light on different aspects of ethical dilemmas in the context of research. And this workshop will be truly beneficial to all the participants from different part of the academic fraternity who are joining us today. I, on behalf of IPM Constitutions, welcome you all to be the part of this workshop, and we wish that this first step of being associated with IPM, being the participant of the workshop, leads to your effective contribution towards our second multidisciplinary international conference, which we are organizing in 2026 on 20th and 21st February. And that association continues in the long run also. And we wish that this such type of academically enriching sessions we plan and continue in the coming time also for the benefit of all. And without taking much time, I welcome again all the people who are part of the workshop. And we wish that this particular workshop becomes an enriching experience for all of us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights and encouragement. And it has set a really meaningful tone to our today's session ahead. We truly appreciate your constant support and leadership. Thank you so much, sir. To guide us through this important topic, we are honored to welcome Professor Dr. Rashmi Ranjan Panigrahi, a distinguished researcher, educator, trainer, and administrator with over 14 years of experience in academia, research, and limited industry practice. He has taught supply chain and operations management at several prestigious institutions and other reputed management schools, earning recognition from his academic rigor and practical insights. Sir holds a PhD in inventory management along with advanced certification from premier institutions such as IIM, JNU, and BITS Pilani. He has authored over 54 research papers in Scopus, Web of Science, ABDC, ANB, and ABS Index journals, along with multiple book chapters published with Springer and CRC Press. His scholarly achievements have been nationally recognized to the Ames Management School Award 2024 by the Association of Indian Management Schools. In the field of scholarly publishing, Professor Panigrahi holds several prestigious editorial positions, including editor at Scientific Reports, Springer Nature, Scopus Q1 Index Journal, associate editor at International Journal of Service Science Management, Engineering and Technology, IGI Global, again a Scopus Q1 Index, and many more including to that. With his extensive expertise as a research editor, teacher, and a reviewer, Professor Panigrahi brings a rare and invaluable editorial perspective. What editors look for, common ethical pitfalls researchers must avoid, and how to strengthen manuscripts for successful publication. So now with greatest respect, I would like to invite you to kindly take the virtual stage and lead us into today's session. The scene is yours, sir.
Thank you so much, madam, for your. My voice is audible to all.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. So it is indeed a great pleasure to be here with all of you, all the esteemed members of the institute, that esteemed participants, and the head of the institutions. I convey my sincere thanks and regards for this opportunity to discuss with the young minds on research dilemma. So as I propose this topic and all, so in modern era, it is very much important to know the research integrity. So many people are doing research, but to know the integrity and all, and doing research that is having a certain different mileage. And in long run, when we want to survive, so we have to think for how we make the research forefront with more ethical prospects. With that note, I have been prepare a small discussion presentations, which I'm going to share with you. And though the content are very generic and small, but I need the participants' questions because that is what that experiences are going to share. That how people are facing issues, what issues they are facing. So after it complete, probably I'll welcome all the participants to ask your doubts, your queries. So the more the questions you put, the session is more be interactive with all peoples because that is what that we are lacking behind when we are submitting any kind of manuscript. And when we are looking for ethical dilemma and all, so how this manuscript can be rejected in the last stage, that also I'm going to share. But this all depend upon the curiosity minds and questions that I welcome from all the participants, those who are joined from the different corners of India as well as the abroad. So should I share my screen? Is it visible? Yeah, anyone can respond. Is my screen is visible to all of you?
So just a sec. So right now it is not visible.
Not visible. Okay, I'll share once again.
Yes.
Now is it visible?
It's yes, sir. It is visible now.
Okay, okay. So this is the pre-conference
Sir, it is
workshop.
gone again. I'm so sorry. Sir, it is gone
Okay,
again.
is it there?
And now it is visible, sir.
Okay, okay. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So, first of all, that we have to know what are the ethics in research. So, as we know, this is the world which is open to all. Like everybody is having accessibility of all informations, open access opportunities. A lot of blogs, YouTubes are there. So, I picked one small video for all of you. So that in this video we will see that how did this ethics are bringing to the research. So I'll just play it. Just give me a second. Is it my screen visible? Is it video is visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, yeah, please. Anytime it's not visible, let me know. Look at how the research comes.
Sir, the video is not audible.
Not audible? Yeah. Can
No,
I
sir.
share
We're
the
not able
madam
to listen to
link?
the.
Okay, okay, okay. So can I share this link? Can you play on my behalf if it is possible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. Definitely, sir.
Okay, I'll do that. In the chat, I just paste it. Yeah, please play it, madam. I'll stop sharing. So you'll please play, then we will go for the next. Yeah, is it accessible? I have pasted in the chat.
Yes, sir. We're just making it available for everybody.
Yeah. Is it audible to all? All the participants can able to listen the voice or video? I think voice is also not audible from your end, madam.
In academia, plagiarism,
Yeah.
cheating, and fabrication of information are examples of unethical behavior. Ethical
you go back
standards
little
are
bit?
not universally agreed upon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Consider this scenario. You find a
Make it a Zoom
wallet
screen.
filled with money. Do you keep it, or do you bring it to your local police station? This situation might be easy to solve, but researchers often face more complex ethical dilemmas. In addition to knowing what research is, it's also important to ask what good research is. Is it only empirical, reproducible, and valid, or should it also be ethical? Ethics are moral principles that guide how we determine right and wrong, whereas laws are codified rules people must follow to maintain social order. Ethics are the norms of conduct people should follow to promote ideal human character and behavior. By following ethical guidelines, we act in a way that is good instead of bad. We use ethical principles every day without realizing it, when returning a lost wallet or taking responsibility for a mistake instead of blaming someone else. In academia, plagiarism, cheating, and fabrication of information are examples of unethical behavior. Ethical standards are not universally agreed upon, leading to different answers to the same problem. The entire research process relies on ethics, from what we decide to study and how research is conducted to how participants are treated and how contributions are cited. Ethics are even important when examining the sources of funding. Even though ethical standards can vary by region, discipline, or institution, there are common themes that determine what makes research ethical. Being honest, transparent, and respecting confidentiality and intellectual property are some examples. Different organizations often have their own codes of ethics. For example, the World Economic Forum Young Scientists community lists 7 key principles for achieving ethical research. Who decides what is ethical and what is unethical? In academia and industry, ethics committees are responsible for reviewing research proposals, monitoring their implementation, and following up on their results. Committees have the authority to approve, reject, halt, or modify studies if they determine the research to be unethical. These committees consist of people from different backgrounds, scientists and non-scientists alike, to offer different perspectives on ethics. There are different types of committees depending on whom or what is involved in the study. Committees make ethical decisions based on certain principles. For research with human subjects, the Institutional Review Board uses the Belmont Report as the foundation for its decisions. The Belmont Report, created in 1974, lists 3 key principles: respect for persons, beneficence, and justice. By putting the principles of the Belmont Report into action, the Institutional Review Board considers informed consent to make sure participants understand what they are asked to do for the study, evaluates the potential risks compared to the potential benefits, and judges that the selection of participants is fair, with special protections for vulnerable populations. While there are ethical guidelines in place, unethical research can still happen in any discipline. The Piltdown Man, one of the most famous frauds in archaeology, was accepted as the missing evolutionary link between apes and early humans for decades. However, the remains were actually from 2 known species, filed and stained to look like a new one. This dishonesty discredited accurate findings of early human remains in Asia and Africa, delaying the process of understanding human history. Another example, the Tuskegee experiment, was designed to study the effects of syphilis in black men without their informed consent. Even after penicillin became a known cure for the disease, researchers did not provide adequate treatment to their participants, who eventually died or experienced severe, long-term health problems as a result of syphilis. Finally, the Monster Study was conducted at the University of Iowa to find a cause or cure for stuttering. 22 orphan children who were unaware that they were participants in this study were given either positive speech therapy, which included praise, reassurance, and encouragement, or negative speech therapy, which included belittlement and immediate criticism. Some of the children who received negative speech therapy retained speech problems throughout their lives. There are different reasons why unethical research occurs. It may be motivated by a desire for recognition and fame, to get a project done quickly, to publish a finding first, or to climb up the academic ladder. Prejudices and biases may also lead to ethical violations. Public mistrust of science, harm to individuals, loss of funding, and even the loss of jobs are some of the consequences of unethical research. While some of the effects of unethical research can't be undone, actions have been taken to prevent unethical research from happening in the future. For instance, the crimes against humanity during World War II brought about the Nuremberg Code, the first international document to advocate for informed consent and voluntary participation in research involving human subjects. Because of the Tuskegee experiment, the United States passed the National Research Act to regulate biomedical and behavioral research. The committee created by the act was also responsible for writing the Belmont Report. Today, ethical questions continue to shape the way we think about research. Consider gene editing, a modern innovation, to explore some of these questions. By altering our DNA, do we risk creating a modern-day eugenics movement by breeding out undesired traits? Is genetic data private enough to protect personal information? Will gene editing worsen social inequalities? This is not an exhaustive summary of the many roles ethics play in research and the many topics researchers must consider. Ethical training, such as courses and workshops, prepares current and future researchers to work in their desired discipline. With the knowledge of ethics, researchers can make new discoveries guided by the moral compass we all strive to live by.
Yeah, please close it. Yeah. Is it visible? Yeah, someone can. Yeah. Is it visible to all my slides?
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So, the video what we saw. So, what is the understanding? Anyone can you can share, like, what is the understanding of this ethics in research? Like what we understood from any participant voluntarily, you can speak. that how this research can be visualized or in coming time. What is your understanding from this video? Why I'm planning this video? Because it is not talk about entirely on management, including management, other aspects also it is focusing on. So anyone can share your opinion just for 1 or 2 lines that what you understood from this video. Participate, please. Madam, can they able to speak? Is there provisions given to all the participants, or it is on the basis of request they can able to speak?
So they can raise their virtual hands and then we can unmute them and they can answer.
Yeah, I ask voluntarily at least 1 or 2 participants. Can you share your opinion that what we heard from this video? Anyone can raise the hand so that we can able to hear you from your point of view regarding this video. Yeah. Did anyone respond? If not, we will go next.
We can
Yeah,
continue
Anubha
with
madam.
the presentation. And Anubha
Yeah,
ma'am
yes.
wants to, yeah.
No, I'm asking just anyone from you, please respond so that we can continue. So anyway, the presentation which I have shown the video, the purpose of showing the video is to make an awareness that what the research all about and how the ethical perspectives. When we saw the different part of this video, you saw ethics are being discussed in different shape and size. And if you are not maintaining the research ethics, probably you will not be blamed, rather than you will be blamed along with your supervisors, along with your like research team, and as well as the university. So it is for the long run. Like as a researcher, you may be unaware. So before you are entering into any research domain, if you know that in the research curriculum or maybe your coursework, the government of India also introduced through the universities and all that one paper should be on ethics and research. And why it is compulsory? It is compulsory in 2018 onwards. So in our time, the ethics research paper is not there, but 18 onwards, it means 28, from 2020 onwards, the people has to take one subject as a research ethics. The reason is that let the people or let the scholars should know what are the research ethics they need to follow and how they should make it into a proper shape and size so that at the time of conducting the study, they will not face any kind of challenges or issues. Because in mid of the way, if they face the challenges, it is very difficult to cope up with them because as they are new to the particular field. So that is the reason why I am making you to see this video. Then move on. The next is that I'll just make it a slide mode. Research ethics. When we talk about research ethics, what it indicates that there are certain moral principles or guidelines that every researcher has to follow. That moral principle in the sense that when we are doing or conducting any research, first we have to explore what is the problem, what is the root cause. So from the root cause, we have been identifying that what will be the probable questions, and from questions to like how we can address, that is called talk about your methods, then so on and so forth. So when you are following to that also that to exploration of the particular the genuinity of the problem, that is also very much required when the research scholar or the PhD students or maybe any researcher in the early step of a research journey. They have to know how ethically you derive the problem out of the particular context. In the video, we saw that a wallet. When a person saw the wallet and when he handed over to the policeman, that what are the things comes to the mind? He might take the wallet also and take the money and throw the wallet, or he may misuse that wallet information. Suppose they may find some of the identification like maybe Aadhaar card, maybe PAN card, something like that. They might misuse also. And other way he is doing is handed over to the policeman and also helping them to find the person to whom it is basically related to. And that is again, look at the process. This is called ethics. And when we do research, this is all the impacted on the society, on the governments, on the like nation, or maybe you can say the global level. So that is how we need to understand the ethics from the ground level. Then ethical principle said that it concern about the rights, dignity, and safety of research. It means what are the right, what you can utilize it, how you maintain your dignity and safety. Like when you are taking any kind of informations and all, how did you protected the informants views, that everybody is not very comfortable to share the informations. Sometimes you found some of the persons either in interview or maybe in respondents, they are not very comfortable. So you have it is you that who makes them comfortable. So you must maintain certain safety, like that information of them may not be disclosed or privacy may be protected. So how you can do that or create that situations, that is again a part of ethical prospects. Then research governance, development of shared standard and mechanism for monitoring our management of research. Again, it is required that when we are writing down any proposals, as we are came across with the institutes, we may have ICSR funding, government funding, and maybe some of the institutional funding, NABARD funding. So when we are proposing any kind of like research proposal or grants, so again we have to follow the standards, code of conducts. So that is again coming under your research ethics. And as I'm discussing, I also mentioned that the source, where it is, because this is another important aspect in research. You have to be very clear that what you talk, what you write, what you indicate with the proper justifications, where you bringing it. And if you are failing to justify, like what are the sources of the information, probably you may encounter with a lot of questions from the editorials or maybe reviewers. Then research, as we talk about from the video and all, it is very clearly visible that research ethics play a very crucial role with respect to responsibly conduct the research. So when you are conducting a research, you should be putting your shoes as a responsible citizen. And being a responsible citizen, you have to understand that your comments, your output, your result may impact it on the society. So whatever you comment, you cannot talk strictly talks in terms of a research. It should be evidence based. When you say that this evidence is supported with certain facts, then you have to be very much responsible of your statements. Otherwise, what happens? The outcome which you are or the decisions which you are taking with the support of your research may go to when, or maybe it is a very risky affairs for the companies, those who are believing on the research. So for that, you might have having a concept called like a committee, that is called COPE, Committee on Publication Ethics, that is basically dedicatedly working on to promote the ethics in scientific research. And every journal, if you look at the journal website, they categorically mentioned we are as per the COPE guideline. It means when you are part of a publishing house, you have to understand the COPE guideline has to be maintained. When we maintain the COPE guidelines, how it helps that the organization that agreed that ethics is not an afterthought or side note to a research study. It is an integral aspect of research that need to be remain at the forefront of the work. It is not like that just the boxes need to be ticked and we can go forward. So it is the main pillar through which we can start our journey. If the foundation pillar all are not properly committed from the initial days, it is very risky on the emperor or the building, the whatever planning in the end of the research. So that we have to understand, and we have to also be very careful that we include the research with ethics. I'll just tell you an example. When we come out from the home or we are going to market and all, people said we are very safe. And sometimes you might saw that in countries or maybe in the global forum, they're saying that X country is very safe. for the civilization or very safe for the citizens and all. But I said none of the country is safe. The reason is that when you come out from your home and going for any kind of activity, you are going with risk. You may not do some crimes or you may not committed something, but you cannot restrict other people to be committed. So you may be going on your own way. Other people may create problem for you. So as you are moving out, you're moving with risk. So same thing when you are moving with research, you move with ethics. It means ethics should be a priorities when you are conducting any kind of research. These are the few reasons why research ethics matters. Like why people are talking about the buzzing word is going on around the research world. So these are the few. It is not made by me. Again, I have mentioned the where it has been captured and all. So first, it is talking about protect the participant safety. As I'm just focusing previous slide, that whoever is the participants, you must be making them safe. That they must feel comfortable to share. If they are not comfortable to share, you cannot extract the information from them, whether it may be personal interview, whether it may be respondents through the questionnaires, or maybe any kind of information you are extracting from their approach, from their behaviors, from their responses. So first of all, you make them feel that your informations, your identities, your personalities, your material facts remain confidential. When you make them feel it is confidential, then only they can able to provide the informations. I'll tell you one example here. When we are as editor, when I check certain studies on qualitative and quantitative. Now the studies can be of qualitative, quantitative and mixed methods. When we talk about qualitative or when we talk about quantitative, people having a notion in the mind that quantitative studies are backed by data. So when it is backed by data, so everywhere now the journal is asking, you have to make the data as a repository. Before you submit, you first submit the data set which you are taking care of to provide the valid inferences or outcomes. When they are asking you to submit the informations, there we have to declare that if you are making your respondents confidence that they cannot share the informations, their name, gender, their certain information which they want to keep it hide. So that information we also declare. So the data set which we shared, the informations are not from this kind of informations, name, male, female kind of things, if it is restricted, as you are declaring or making them confidence. Second, that maintaining the scientific integrity, that whatever the process, the approaches you have been following, you have to be very much clear that how you maintain the integrity. The integrity issues need to be addressed well in front. Third is your upholding the human rights and dignity. That if you are collecting any information from human beings, and as we know, there is a lot of laws regarding the human rights. So that also need to be considered if they are part of your research. Ensuring social responsibility. As I told you, that your research has an implication on the society. When it has implication on the society, you also ensure that what are the consequences, what are the impact of your research on the society. And if you are not ensuring that it will not as per the social responsibility, probably it may not give you that kind of recognitions, that kind of acceptance from the audience, maybe other researcher, co-researchers, maybe other studies, as it is lacking with the social inputs. Then followed by social responsibility, next is your building the trust in research and institutions. So take an example. We are basically looking for white paper, green paper, working papers. These all are, what are the kind of paper we're talking about? These all are the industry-based paper. If we saw any paper from PwC, Price Water Corporations, and if they present any information, fact and figure, any statements, any diagram chart, bar chart, whatever may be, so we are relying on it. Why we're relying on it? Because we are not relying on the informations, rather than we relying on the institutions who are funded, the institution who are guided the research. So the integrity of the information data, whatever that they are presenting, it only comes through the institution that is called your PwC. As like that, many other institutions. Yeah, I'm requesting the organizer. Can you make mute to other people who are in the like microphone on? Madam, I'm requesting that who are with the microphone
Yes, sir,
on,
we are doing that.
make
We
them.
are doing that. We are keeping
Yeah,
everybody on
yeah,
the mute. Yes, sir.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry for the interruption. So we will continue the process. Just let me. Yeah. Next issue, that complying with the legal and regulatory compliance. Suppose we are collecting any informations from the institutions that are guided by the legal and regulatory norms, then we have to bringing that as a note, confidence note. I'm just giving a small example. When we are drafting a case study, so without the consent from the person, the owner, or maybe the directors, or maybe the appellate authority, we cannot write a case if it is driven on the real life. So in that case, that it is mandatory that we have to take a permission from them. Same thing if we are taking any kind of informations with any kind of companies, we have to understand that is it coming under the legal and regulatory compliance. If it is so, then what are the steps you have been taken? Have you been comply the legal and regulatory requirements as they have stated? If not, anytime you may be caught with these kind of issues. Hope it is clear to all of you. Please respond to my questions in the chat so that I understand we are in the same track. I request participant to respond when I'm asking something in the chat. And any one of the organizer, you please ensure that whether we are in the track or not, people are understanding or not. Because at the end of the day, if you're not understanding, it is not be meaningful for all of us. Next, after having that, next is coming to the validity. That when we are designing anything, that the most important aspect of the ethics is your validity. The research design must be addressed specific research question, that what research design you picked. Is it a qualitative research? Is it a quantitative research? It is a mixed match research, or under qualitative, what kind of research it is? Under quantitative, what kind of research it is? Which methods you are applying? Which technique you are applying? Then how it is related to the questions? That is the validity we have to be very clear on the initial times. And conclusion of the study must be correlate with the question posed and results. The ethics, what is the ethics here? The ethics said you are talking something about the problem through a research gap and research question. But in conclusion, if you are not correlate, if you are not making it closed, then probably again it will be like difficult to pass through the process of this publication or maybe scrutiny steps. Then also research ethics dilemma, that methods used must be related to specific to the research questions. So what is the ethics you're talking about? When we take any kind of questions, we must go to the literature and we must check that how this kind of questions being addressed earlier, what are the methods being used, and how many times the methods used. If the method is used frequently, if the method is novel, probably what we said, that we can give a reference. So without referencing, if you are using any of the technique or method proposed by any of the author, again it is coming under ethical dilemma. Suppose I propose a technique, I propose a methodology, I propose a conceptual model, and you are using my model without recognizing the authenticity or citations or maybe recognitions to the author, again you may be dragged to the picture. I will tell you a small example. Right now, if you see a lot of societies are there, I don't want to name them. Lot of societies are there who are very closely observing the research integrity and all. And in that process, what they're doing, they want to check. And the example which I'm quoting you, after publication of 4 years, even paper can be retracted. And when paper retracted, the reason could have been one of them. What is the reason? The reason is the proposed method or proposed framework what has been used by the author and claiming that it is his own work. Later on, it was found it was already published from earlier researcher, which is of their own work. It is not the work of the current researcher. In that case, the paper can be retracted even after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, even after 10 years also. So whenever you take any informations, so that is the best thing is that you have to give a credit to the person. The ethics said, wherever you have been taking, acknowledge. And the acknowledge is nothing but you have to mention their paper. You have to mention the source where you have been extracting. If you mention, then you can allow to use. In certain cases, we have to also take a permission through online or virtual. I remember one of my earlier research time, I have used a scale of one researcher from USA. And I wrote a mail to him. And fortunately, after 1.5 months, he replied. And he said, yeah, Dr. Rashmi, I am comfortable to share my questionnaire. As it was not available in that paper, he said, I am comfortable to have my questionnaire. But prior to that, please state it. What is your research objective? What is your research gap, objective, and how did you build it? So based on that, I will check. If it is suitable to my use scale, I will definitely share it. And after he checked, he shared the consent. Yes, you can use my scale subject to proper justifications and your acknowledgement. So when I got this thing, now I can use his scale and also giving his credit that the scale was from X and Y from year 2021 or maybe 29, whatever may be, depending upon the year. This is what we need to understand as a ethics. Voluntarily participation and consents. This is another important thing. When we saw the head of the institutions, the director being addressing, he also talked about these points. Like the individuals should not fill any questions to participate in the study. And this include each type of persuasions, deceptions in attempting to gain an individual trust. But participation should be volunteer. They must be they must feel comfortable to respond your questions. If you ask any questions which you feel they are not comfortable, before you ask, you must intimate them. And if they give their consent, then only you can pose the questions to them to get their informations. Otherwise, it is not allowed to take any kind of questions where they are comfortable. I'm just giving an example. In research, when we are doing a review, in review, you might heard about the platform, the review portal. They're asking about, can you able to share your gender, that or maybe which country you belongs. If you don't comfortable, you can click no. If you're comfortable, you can click yes. And now few journals from the Taylor Francis and Emerald and your Willy and all, they're also giving that kindly intimate your name and affiliations. That if you intimate your name and affiliation in the portal, probably they recognize who are the persons who are giving the time and doing this honor to review the paper. So this is how these like informations and participations are basically playing a role as ethical prospects. And think of that consent from an agreement of trust between the researcher and the participant. Whatever the information you collect, you shouldn't breach the agreement. You shouldn't talk this information or share it with other people who are not a party to it. If you are doing so, then you are breaching the agreement, between the respondents and you. That is how we need to understand. Sampling. Sampling is that when we talk about any kind of study, whether maybe qualitative or quantitative, sampling is the first step in research design, as we agreed. So what we need to know to explain why we want a particular group of participants. The ethics said that we have to declare why we attend this session. What are the benefit we got? That you have to convince yourself first. Then only you can approach to join or something like that. So here you have to declare that why this particular participant. Is it related to your gap of the study? If it is a gap of study, is it like justified or is it ethically correct to collect the information from them? So this is the questions that we need to encounter in our mind first. Then you have to explain why you left out certain people or group. Sometimes what happened, recently in one of my paper, which we have submitted to like A category, they are basically asking on the second review, that please specify that the respondents you have collected, like, is there any differences between the group, between the industry, though we have collected, but we didn't segregate it. After the reviewer comments, again in the sampling technique and all, we have been identifying, yes, there are what type of industry we are talking about, what are the variations, and how we can categorize it. So after in the revision process, we are basically addressing that part. So that is again very much essential on the part of ethics when you are doing any kind of research. Confidentiality. This is again, I'm talking about the information which we take, that should be confidential in character. You cannot share the information in the public domain, even if your responses or maybe your information is valued, but you cannot represent all the information if you don't have a consent to being shared. So that is the one of the major things that as a researcher, as an editor, as a reviewer, we need to understand. Even if when I received, every week I have to handle 3 to 4 3-4 papers on a row, as I'm associated with the 3-4 journals. So I shouldn't share this information with any of my peers. As I'm a researcher, I shouldn't even share with my family members. The reason being that, again, it is bounded by the guidelines, the agreements, and the breach of it, I may be liable for the loss. They might discontinue my profile from the editor or maybe reviewers. So that is how the confidentiality we have to maintain. And sometimes confidentiality is limited also. We can share with a limited group. So that you must ensure it. I give an example. If the participant is at risk of harm, we must protect them. This might require releasing confidential information. Suppose take an example. We have collected the information from a particular group which are affected with COVID, and they are basically female. And we might have taken some of the information which is not good to publish. So in that case, we must provide the safety of those persons who shared. If we don't provide the safety those persons and don't provide the confidence to them, it is very difficult to have opinion or maybe their views or maybe their responses on your research. So that is confidentiality play a very major role. And again, if you talk about the confidentiality, we have to go for maybe Economic Social Research Council, that is who is clearly establishing a society of USA, who is indicating what do you mean by confidentiality in research. Then risk of harm. Risk of harm means that we should do everything in our power to protect the study participants. Sometimes when we are studying on the participant, the banking industry, insurance industry, maybe gig workers. Okay, so in that kind of things, basically we are not comfortable, the participant not comfortable to share the informations. In that case, we must use our power to protect their informations. then only we can have certain informations that can be collected from them. If we don't make them convince, or we may not have using our power to protect, it is very difficult. For this, we should focus on risk to benefit ratio, and we must provide them some sorts of confidence that if they're taking the risk, what are the benefit they're getting. If they're sharing something, how it is beneficial. It may not be beneficial to them, it may be beneficial for the institutions. So somewhat we have to convince them. If possible, risk with the benefits, then we should abandon or redesign the study. If we find that the questionnaire or the interview questions or maybe the sample what we are drawing, it is basically not free from this risk aspects, then at any stage of the study we have to redesign it and to have the protections of the respondents or maybe the your participants. Risk of harm also required us to measure risk to benefit ratio as the study progresses, already being discussed in the previous point. Then research methods. Sometimes the ethics has to follow in the research methods. What the ethics has to follow? That when it comes to ethical considerations, some key questions can help us to find right approach for our study. What are the questions? Which method most effectively fit the aim of other research? What are the strength and your restriction of the particular methods? Are there potential risk when using a particular research method? So these are certain things which we have to declare in our research in methodology segment. So I will just make you stop here and will show you how we have to report this. Just give me a second. Yeah, I just open this paper to make it clear. So, share. Yeah. Can you able to see this paper?
Yes, sir, we are.
Yeah. So it is a paper published in 2024. The first author is from Iraq, Abdul Bashir Jabril, and along with his colleague from Ghana, and two are from the India, me and one is Professor Saikar, who is from Pune, SIBM Pune. Sorry, SIDTM Pune. So I will just tell you what are the things that we are basically came across when we declare. I'll just take you. It is ABDC category and Q2. I'll tell you the methods. How do you declare it? Yeah. Can you see this line? The study is not from India. It is from the country called Ghana. And when we take Ghana as a country to conduct our study, we have to declare it that to ensure the comprehensive and representative sample, the selection survey respondent was guided by several key criteria. First criteria is SMEs. That what do you mean by SMEs in a Ghanaian context? It means SMEs in India and SMEs in Ghana are not same. So what are the guidelines they are given in the Ghana Statistical Service and Ministry of Trade and Industry? Again, where we have taken? We have taken from Ghana Statistical Survey 2020. Then followed by, I just show you. Yes. Considering the purpose and focus of the study, the author adopts the non-randomized sample technique, particularly known as the purposive sampling method. And this method of sampling is considered when subjects select for the sample chosen by the judgment of the researchers to ensure the rigor. Look at the ethics, how we ensure the ethics and all. To ensure the rigor and reliability of the data collected, the sampling method targeted SMEs, financial sector of the Ghana, and the selection criteria were based upon the business that has been operational for last 3 years and were actively engaged in digital transformations effort during COVID-19 pandemic. So we have taken which company, which sector, and what is the time zone. We have taken COVID-19 pandemic, the time zone. And again, we are saying that here, under this analogy of the research often believe that they can be a representative sample by using sound judgment, which is resulted of saving time and money. It means when you are using a sampling technique and collecting informations, we also declare that how did we know this is appropriate, and we are giving the proper citations. So this is how we need to understand this process of methods in that ethical practice in the research methods. Is it clear to you all? Can I have the responses? Yeah, my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, sure.
Oh, right now, sir, it is not visible.
Now it is visible.
No, sir, not yet.
Okay, sorry. Just give me a second. Yeah, now it is visible.
Yes, sir, now it is visible.
Yeah. Thank you for your informations. Then come to that I'm talking about that society, that Economic Social Research Council, ESRC, and ESRC is the US largest funder of the economic, social, and behavioral human data science. And this society, I have given link also. This society will help us to know what are the things that they want to know, that what do you mean by confidentiality and what are the ethical practices that we are going to follow if we are talking about any research on economics, society, or maybe social issues, behavioral issues, or human interventions, if you are anything on the human prospects. Now I'm giving you a few examples which are known as the ethical issues that we found in the research. One is your lack of informed consent. So many students, many researchers in the early time, they are not having so serious to are taking the informed consent. It means before you are taking the responses, you must sign a document stated what is your topic, what is your objective, on the information you collected, what is your purpose? Is it purpose for the academic? Is it purpose for the industry? Is it purpose for the practitioners? So that is the we forget many times. And if it is do so, then the committee that has been decided, or the committee of the institution, must hold the scholar to make it correct in the initial stage itself. Second, privacy and confidentiality breach. Many times, the information collected being easily shared among the peers, but it is not good if the peers are not the part of the group. So, if you want to share, then please be ensured that the audience who are the respondents or response to your questions, they also being aware that the information can be reshared, can be reused. If it is not so, then any kind of such information may bind you as unethical practices of the research. Deceptive practices, you well understood. You cannot use certain deceptive practices which may create problems. Conflicting of interest. It means if you are doing anything which create problem, Like you, for that sense, you cannot share the informations. I'll give an example of a conflict of interest of the editor point of view. When we join as editor, in our initial process, whether it is in the Springer, whether it may be the IJ Global, whether it may be the InterScience, whether it may be the Willy, everywhere, the first interest is that the editor shouldn't involve any kind of information with the reviewers of whom they are engaged in research in last 5 years or last 1 or 2 years, and if the paper related to that. Why? Because if they do so, probably the genuinity of the comments is difficult to derive. So it is a information that is for us to maintain that conflicting of interest. And being an editor, you shouldn't be a part of an authorship more than one if it is required even. So that is again conflict of interest, that regarding the review process, the journey, maybe biasness, all the things will come. Then data fabrication and falsifications. Many time India is defamed on the ground of data fabrications. The reason that people not create enough content or enough clarifications to the audience, how data generated, how data collected, how data generated, how you have polished it, how you have processed it, and what is the final output. So on this ground, many good researchers having A star even papers are retracted after 3 year, 2 year, 1 year from reputed journals. If you see, if you search paper retracted on data fabrications, you find n number of papers. So that is again a mistake that done by the or occurs with the researchers in the early careers. Plagiarism of the data. Sometimes what happen, it is basically found in the science. It is not majorly found in social science, but in the other science subjects or purely mathematical subjects, where the plagiarism, the data has been there. Like they have been modifying the informations, the chart, figure, and all, and they are presenting as if it is of their own creation. So that plagiarism also creating a problem. Publication bias. Sometimes the biasness they have created. How it is created? If you are maybe I'm just giving informations, like if you are publishing in a journal relentlessly during the 3-4 years, again people having a questions, like maybe your name, maybe your identity is being known to some of the editor or something like that. So that's why people are encouraged to have a multiple opportunities in your domain and multiple journal publications, which will help you to know that yes, you have a capacity to convince the reviewers from the different publication house. And when you go on doing a research, try to be more collaborative. If the collaboration will come, definitely the chance of biasness and all can be reduced to a certain extent. Last is your dual use or misuse of research. Sometimes what happen, people are submitting the paper more than one platform at the same point of time. Please, 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 I will aware you all. As editor, we know if you are submitting the paper in Springer more than 1 or 2 journal, now maybe after a few months or a year, you will be caught, and we can also able to know that where and how at what time you have submitted. So don't submit the paper with duplication or misuse. And second, don't submit, because when you are submitting paper, you declare that the paper is not publishable version or in process in any of the journal. And when you declare, when you tick the box, then only you are allowed to proceed. So in that case, if you are ticking the box and submitting the paper elsewhere, then again it is ethical concern for the researcher. And if it is found, maybe you are being blacklisted from the journal for further submissions. So I request all young minds that please pay attention and don't go for any kind of submission of the same paper with multiple journals, unless otherwise it is rejected, unless otherwise you have withdrawn with proper consent. Don't go for this kind of practice. It will simple spoil your image. Got it? Done. Ethical responsibility in research. What is the ethical responsibility? That you have to adhere to the guidelines of the continuous ethical reflections, because these guidelines are changing from time to time. When the guidelines are changed, being a person of research, you must be update yourself. Take an example. We are driving. So, if you people are aware, in India, the driving, the that is called certification, or maybe that driving license, or maybe renewal, the process happened before 10 year, and after 10 year it is not the same. And now if we say, it will be more open, and by sitting at your home also you can able to track the process, and you can get it know when and how you can get it the process done. So, and if you say, no, 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 I am from the person of 1960, maybe 1990, there is no such kind of information available. In that case, you cannot avail the, say, the changes which is coming on. So, being a researcher, you must be vigilant. You must know what the guidelines and how the guidelines or the conditions are changing, or the dynamics are changing, and please be aware about that. Researchers, institutes, and regulatory bodies collectively ensure the responsible conduct. It is not only you, because as I am guiding with many scholars, I never blame to a scholar. The reason, you people are new. I'm talking about those who are researcher, PhD scholars, or your early career researchers. So you might be new, but your guide, your institutions, the regulatory body, they are not new. So they must conduct the event. They must organize the seminar. They must organize the workshop, that how the ethics can be maintained. And if anything changed, they must intimate through rigorous information system. And one of the most important aspect in present time is IRB. Because when I was in the editorial, I will ask the respondents, do you have IRB report? If not, even paper accepted by the author reviewers, we cannot publish it. Please make it sure that before you take your questionnaire to the market, or maybe responses to the market, get it verified and approved from IRB. Let the IRB know what you are doing, what is your question, who are your respondents, is it justified to go for it? If they approve it, then only you proceed. Those days are gone when you submit the paper, they are not asking about the report from IRB. Right now, all the report journals, they are asking about this report, as well as they are asking about the data set which you are using, maybe from qualitative or quantitative, in the context of your research. IRB review aims and methods on ethical design must be revised. And what are the, as IRB people, what are their roles? Their roles as a mentor. They, and who are part of the IRB, as you saw in the video, they are from different domains. They might be researchers, there might be scientists, there might be like head of the institutions, there might be some of them may be regulators. So these are the committee consisting members consisting of committee called IRB. And their job is that they are your guide, they are your mentors who check your authenticity, methods, subjective norms of your study, and giving you advice if it is required, or if it is violating the ethics, or sometimes if they feel it is not clear as per the ethical standard, then they must highlight it. Institutional Review Board, as I am discussing about that, it is detailed about that importance of the ethics in research cannot be understated. The ethical guidelines will ensure the study validity, promotes its contribution to scientific study. Personal level, you will strengthen your research and increase your opportunity to gain the funding. If you have this kind of report, or your approval from IRB, probably you can easily get the funding as well, because now government also looking for IRB reports, because IRB report is consist from the institute side, and that shows that how institute also concerned about the ethical prospect of the study. And IRB secure the safety of human participant. Look at here, safety of human participant and prevent the violation of human rights. It reviews the research that aims the methodology to ensure ethical practices are followed or not. It means it will not only guide you, but also see these aspects which may create problem for you in the process of your research journey. And the last one is, if a research design doesn't follow the set of ethical guideline, what they do, then they will ask them to revise. The researcher will have to amend their study. It means you have to bring the changes in the study. Then only you can you can open into the market for any kind of informations. Applying the ethical approval. So these are the things which are required by the journal itself. I will show you where and how they are asking these things. Ethical approval means that application for ethical approval will differ across the institutions. Regardless, the focus on benefit of the researchers and risk of the benefit issue concerning the participants. Therefore, you need to effectively address both in order to get the ethical clearance. When you have this ethical approval, the committee has to declare that neither the participants nor the respondents, nor these researchers are doing any kind of unfavor towards the ethical guidelines. And what are the benefits that generated from the study? Because if we say where there is a pain, there is a gain. So if you are taking a pain to get these things done of so many guidelines you are following for the ethical approval, then people will definitely ask, what's the benefit of doing this? The benefit could have been like that. The conduct of the research guarantee the quality and integrity of the results. It means the result can be used as a decision making, maybe by the company, maybe by the industry at large, maybe by the government for the clarifications. So these are the things which can be benefited from the study. The research will be properly distributed and the aim of the research are clear. The methodology is appropriate. So these are certain things which are the outcomes of this ethical practice. If you say that our study has ethical approval from IRB or institutional head or maybe research head, then you also agree these are the points you must comply. These are the points which you have been benefited out of the process. Then integrity, that the integrity and transparency are very much important in research. The committee expect you to share any actual potential conflict of interest that could affect your work. And in addition, you have to be honest and transparent throughout the approval process and research process. So when you plan your study, so you have to disclose everything. I just give an example. When we move to the doctor for any kind of problem, can we make anything hide? Absolutely, the answer is no. Because if we hide, then the diagnosis process will be affected. So we have to disclose all the informations that related to that particular disease for which we are consulting a doctor. So as we cannot hide anything which may affect the diagnosis process and your recovery rate, also the same thing, we cannot hide anything in front of ethical committee. We have to disclose the things as it came across with your study. Sixth key principle of the research ethics. These are everybody has to follow. Researchers should be designed, reviewed, and undertaken to ensure integrity and quality. Informed consent has been taken from both research staff and the subjects. Confidentiality has been maintained. Participants must be voluntarily free from coercion, harm avoidance, independent of research. Any conflict of interest or partially must be explicitly mentioned. Then implementation is responsibility for conducting the research with the principal investigator PI. Whoever is principal investigator, he will be dragged to the picture first or corresponding author. So they must ensure that this ethical guideline has to be maintained. Responsibility for gaining appropriate ethical review and mentioning the lies with the institution employing the PI and researcher. they must grant or approve that yes, maybe the corresponding author or the first author. These two are very important in the research. Please keep it in the mind. Whoever the corresponding author, whoever the first author, they are the two person who play important role in any kind of research. So when we got any kind of ethical process, these two people need to ensure that it has been done with proper honesty. Research involves the primary data collection, use of organs, tissues, etc. will always be raised some ethical issues. In that case, the IRB will be from medical. The medical board has to approve that yes, you are allowed to collect this kind of informations. These are called your clinical research, where the data has been certified, the informations supposed to collect being certified by the medical board. Normally, if you give an example, if you want to have an example, this time of COVID, when we have the vaccinations, and that has been certified by the government, DGCI and your government medical council and your authorities on the basis of human consumptions. So they give authentication that yes, you can allow to do for a testing. You can also check, because this all depend upon that your declarations to the government need to take a proper care how the things to be like shouldn't create a panic conditions among all, because it is a global issues. It is not a particular issues of a country. So when we allowed somebody to have a vaccinations or maybe approving certain vaccinations, so government has to issue these kind of guidelines or maybe authenticate that these are the institutions who can use the whatever the product they are want to propose and the medical trial. Research council and their your process, their REF, that is research ethical formations or forms. So breach of good ethical practices can bring bear to both individual and institutional level sanctions. When you make any kind of wrong attempts, you may think that it is lost to you, but I will say it is lost to your institutions, because above all, it is institutional repute which is in question mark. So please maintain the ethical issues. Ethics in practice already being discussed. Expedite review when potential risk or harm to participant minimal, use of secondary data or published data in a public domain. So sometimes if you are using from any public domain any data which are based on the panel data or maybe data from the any website like maybe Reserve Bank of India, if it is Indian context, if it is the foreign context, the central bank of that country, so that must be properly cited where and how you can collect informations. And you also provided that the time you spend, the time you spend to collect the information all, and often carried out by chair or subgroup of REC or virtual committee who will expedite the review and giving you a green signal that yes, you are allowed to go. Informed consent already being discussed. Anonymities and confidentialities, that it is talking about that informations that the people and text refer to the your identity, participation need to be kept at secret. And the confidentiality we write, because of the confidentiality we cannot disclose anything. So that we have to provide. I will just show you one example. I'll show you this thing. Yes. This is a paper published in Decision Analytics Journal. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So it is not a empirical paper. Okay. It is a paper which is based upon the TISM, that is called Total Interview Statistical Modeling. And we are using Micmac techniques, basically a argumentative literature kind of paper. But here, how the declaration can be given, I just tell you that the ethical prospects. The purpose of showing it to making you aware that how it has been declaring that the ethical concern. Look at here. The declaration of conflicting interest. Author declared that they have no known competing financial interest or personal relation that could have been appeared to influence the work reported in the paper. It means the persons, those who are part of the process, are not any connection with the authors. And data ability, data will made be available on request. It means we have, if anybody wants to have the information, if they contacted the corresponding author or maybe the first author, the data can be shared upon the reasonable request. And another paper I am going to show you where the data regarding that thing will be mentioned. Just give me a second. Yeah. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So I will tell you about this journal. This is a very good journal. Data in brief. It is again in Elsevier, where basically we are the authors. Few are from the foreign countries as well. So here I will show you two things. Can you able to see this line? Data set link, revised data set and questionnaire original data. It means before we submit the paper, first we have submitted the data set which we have been using. Then only we can allow to submit. So it is open repository where anytime any researcher can access the informations and can check the analysis which we have been performing. And this is how we declare. Then I'll go to below to show, look at here. This is again data source location, Hungary, Iraq and India. Data accessibility, who has given accessibility? Rashmi Ranjan Mukherjee has given accessibility of the data. And if you want to access, and this is called DOI, data identifier number or URL, the Mendeley. We have been uploading the data in the Mendeley so that everybody can able to access the informations and they can check the informations, the analysis which you have been performing here. Then I'll go to the below to show the some of the ethical process. Yeah, just hold on here. This is the declaration from the authors. Credit author statements. Who is doing what? Because nowadays, many times we saw an ethical committee, they ask that is the authors really working on the paper or you are only just taking the name? So here we declare what are the contribution of different authors. And we are using the synonymous, Rashmi Ranjan Panigrahi being synonymous as RRP. What are the things he is doing? J.O., another author, what he is doing. So likewise, we have been declared what are the author's contributions. Then ethical statement, look at here. It is very much important that I will open it to have your attentions. The study involved collecting the primary data from the participant who voluntarily consented to participate. Point number 1, as discussed. All participants were informed about the purpose of the research, their right to withdraw at any point of time, the assurance of confidentiality and anonymities of the responses. This thing we just discussed and we declare. At any time, any respondent, if they want to discontinue, they can. We cannot pressurize them to a part of the research process entire. We can request them that please complete the process. But if they are not finding it confidence, if they're having any doubt, they can withdraw at any point of time. That we declare it. The data collected was used solely for academic and research purpose and handled in strict compliance with the ethical research practice. Look at here. That also we declare where and how the research can be implemented and the output can be reflected in academic or industry or specific like sectoral purpose. And then no identifiable personal information were collected or retained during the process. We also declare that we are not taking any of the person's name. And how we collect the information? The survey was developed using online Google form and shared among the respondents through email and social media contacts of all authors from 3 countries. So, this is how the ethical statement has been written and it was published in open access platform. When you are publishing in open access platform, you have to be very, even if now it is closed access also, they are asking this thing in the your submission process. And last is your data availability. Revised data set, question origin set available in the Mendeley. And acknowledgement given, declaration of conflict, competing interest also given. So this is how that we need to understand the ethical process of the research journey. Then I'll be sharing a few of the things as ethical guidelines as a journal editor. So as I'm associated with the things like as mentioned, I'm associated with this kind of journals like IJSSME, that is IJ Global, then Scientific Report, Discover Sustainability, Indian Journal of Applied Management Science of Winter Science, and Journal of Global Operational Resourcing. So these are the different publishing houses. So all the publishing houses, these are the things which you are basically looking for. So what are the conditions? First one is your treat all the manuscript fairly and without bias. When you submit, even if we have your informations, but without disclosing that, we have to treat everybody's as same. Evaluate the submission based on the merit, no author identity or affiliations. Because the review process, sometimes it is single review, sometimes it's blind, double blind review, sometimes it's single blind review. So based upon that, we have to treat it and maintain the professional integrity in all editorial decisions. As I told you, that even if somebody is person submitting a paper which I know, but I shouldn't talk to them that regarding the decisions. Whatever the process will come, based upon the reviewer comments, the decision has to be taken. Then as editor, what is the other things are there? Confidentiality and responsibility. Keep the peer review process confidential at all time. Share the manuscript inform only with individual involved in review. So who are eligible to have the informations? Once someone is reviewing your manuscript, after the decisions, it is a part of the editorial team who communicate the decision to the reviewer only. That this is the decisions we have taken after your consent. Don't use any unpublished data for personal research without permissions. So sometimes people may think editor can use the paper for his own research and all. So it is not easy. If they use, probably they also being caught. That confidentially they have to maintain. Handling of misconduct and questions. That is called investigating the credible allegations of plagiarism, fraud, and unethical breach, ethical breach. If you find or if you are caught with these kind of things, your paper will be returned from the desk. Many times you people saw that the journals are desk rejecting. So this is one of the cause. Other cause I will explain based upon your queries. Reject manuscript that violate the ethical standard or fall outside of the journal scope. Sometimes the rejection also happens because of the journal scope. And third, issue corrections and retractions when published findings are proven, take an example, incorrect. So sometimes due to the retraction, somebody is maybe like complaining that it is not a study which they are declaring, it is a study from somebody else. In that case, the journal editor, even after publish of 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, they can be retracted, the paper can be retracted. So my suggestion to all of you is, once the paper published, don't delete the informations which are using in the paper. Keep it in your Google Drive or any of the drive, or maybe in hard disks, wherever be possible. Even after 5 years also, they may ask about the data or maybe the information which you are using. So it is not like that the publication done, journey complete. After publication, real journey start, what we believe. Then peer review integrity, assign the self-authored submission to any another editor or avoid the conflicting of interest. Suppose sometimes editor also part of editorial board member also part of the paper. In that case, he cannot assign another editor to be a reviewer. It is against the integrity. Ensure the timely, consistent processing of all manuscript. So you might saw when you are reviewing, many times you got a reminder. You are already completed the process, kindly submit. You are ahead of 10 days, 5 days. So this is what we are doing. We are reminding the reviewers and all to have the time sense in the review process and avoid, that is saying that avoid uploading manuscript to tools like cannot guarantee the confidentiality. That is called public AI tools. Many times people are using this kind of practice. Right now, if you saw the practices, the issues are going on, Turnitin. Even Turnitin AI report also being questioned by many researchers in their public domain. So if you are using this Grammarly or any kind of a tool to have grammar check or any kind of small changes, be aware that is not a part of AI. If it is a part of AI, then the entire paper can be shown as 100% or 90% in Turnitin report as well. Then, importance of ethical research editing: ensure the trust, transparency, and credibility in scholarly publishing, protect the integrity of the peer review process, help the readers evaluate the research with clear disclosure and ethical oversight. Then I will show you the process. Ethical ways, the journal submission to publications. What are the different ethical ways that the publication journey starts? Submission, internal check by the editorial team, peer review. If it is clear internal check, they will send it to peer review. In peer review, if they found it is suitable, they can give revisions. If they don't find suitable, here they can reject it. And based on the recommendation, it can also reject it. If they're sending revisions, editor can take a decisions whether revision has been communicated or if the decisions is not favorable. Based upon that, they can reject, they can accept. This is the entire step, though it is known to many, but I feel few of the people are there who are new to this world. So this is how the every journal are maintaining this kind of process in case of a manuscript when you are in the process of submission portals. And I have also shared the link that all ethics for editors, if you want to read much more, this is open source. If you follow this link as stated below, you can find these are the points which are already being discussed on detailed, that how and why and how the editors are playing the role of this ethical practice in the review process. And this is well discussed and well convinced, and you can also have a confidence that yes, you know the process, and accordingly you can approach, accordingly you can prepare yourself. So this is what I have been prepared. So I'll just share this thing to you. It is just to have a information only. I'm not encouraging you people to go for it, but it is just informations. Wait, just give me a second. Yeah. So this is a special issue is given in the Discover Sustainability. So where basically I am on the part of editorial. The reason of saying is to you that you can check the how the process can be going on, detailed information being available here. And it is based upon the circular sustainable supply chains with the context of Industry 4.0. And the submission deadline is up to 15 July. It is not meant to that you can submit your paper. It is just to have an idea how the process is going on. You can check detail of the call, those who are new, and you can also know the submission guidelines, then submit to the journal process. Everything is attacked here, and that can help you to understand the process. And by those who are new, you can also approach, you can read also that how the steps need to be taken care prior to your approaching to the submissions. And this is the clip I have caught it from that one of the LinkedIn post. I have mentioned there his name also. So these are the certain AI tools that are used in 2025 for your apprehensions on the research. Like sometimes research question can be used, SCI space, like papers editing, like ChatGPT. So this is not for conceptual development. It is only for policing. Please make it a note. You cannot generate the paper from AI, but yes, you can take the help of AI to polish it, to reframe it. But the model, the concept, logic, everything from the originality of the researcher. So these are the things are maintained. So you can refer these websites for your process of research and how they are using and how they're helping you people to save your time and all. But it is not from the I recommended you people to all to use. But yes, these are available with the global media. So you can use and you can try your approach if it is helping you to do the process much more easier way as compared to earlier. And these are the some good things are also there. Mendeley referencing tool, Jotaro referencing tool, EndNote referencing tool, which I recommended you people to use. So this is from my end. So any doubt you have, you can ask. Now the floor is open. So I am welcoming you all to ask any doubt with respect to my presentations, with respect to your queries, whatever, whatnot, it is okay. But it is subject to our discussion. Yes.
This participants who have questions regarding the session can raise their virtual hands, and then we will unmute you from the side so that you can ask the questions. You may also put your questions in the chat box. From there, it can be answered as well.
Yeah. I love to answer your questions because as I told you, that the questions which comes to your mind with respect to ethics can be betterly discussed if you have a questions, because these materials and all are available right now. It is a world of open source, everything everywhere you can access. But thing is that how you need to understand these things, that is only came out when you have a questions. Yeah. Dr. Niharika Singh, how can we identify whether journal is genuine or predatory? Yeah, one by one I will answer your question, that whether journal is predatory or genuine. I will tell you, can you able to allow her to speak? Niharika, Dr. Niharika.
Yes, sir, surely.
Just give me a second. By the time she open and
Hello, sir. Yeah, Dr. Niharika Singh from this side.
yeah, madam, just give me a second, please. 1 second. Yeah, sorry, pardon for taking your time. Yeah, please, madam, can you ask your questions? Because I saw your question, but I want to know from you that what is there in your mind.
Like, sir, if we know we publish our papers later on, we know that the journal is cloned or it's a fake. So how we are able to find out that the journal is genuine?
Okay, so madam, the organizer team, can you open a Scopus website? I'll guide you here only because I am at a remote location, so I may not access the Scopus. I'll tell you practically how you can identify.
Yes, sir, we are doing it. Just a second.
Yeah, please. In the meantime, any other queries, I will answer by the time madam is making it available for all. Good evening, sir. Could you please tell me how much information enough when we seek informed consent from participants? Yeah. Mridula, is it correct to pronounce Mridula?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you take a consent, you must declare the purpose of the study, what is your objective, what you want to achieve, and who are your respondents, how you protect their interest, their name and all, and is it something which is riskier prospects, then how did you protect that risk? These are the information. You keep it short and simple within a small paragraph of 4 to 5 lines. And it should be there in the questionnaire itself or the response sheet which you are taking for your survey. Maybe questionnaire, maybe interview question, whatever may be. You have to clearly mention these things in your statement. Clear?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Madam, can you type one journal name is called Measuring Business Excellence. Please type it here. Measuring, MEASURING.
So can you please repeat?
Measuring, MEASURING. Measuring Business Excellence. It is ABDCB category, Emerald.
All right, sir.
Or else I will also try, if possible from my end also I'll check it. If possible, I can show it here quickly. Yeah, correct. Madam, can you go a little bit down? Scroll down. Yeah. Wait there. Can you click on content, Scopus content coverage? They are there only, madam. Yeah, click. Go down. Slowly, madam. Yeah, madam, Dr. Niharika. Yeah. Can you see the trend from 2019 to 2025? What is your opinion, Madam Niharika? Yeah, Madam Niharika, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What is your opinion from 2009 to 2025? The number of documents you saw in the screen. What is the highest? What is the lowest? From 19. Take only from 19. Don't go below, just for your informations. What is the highest? What is the lowest?
46.
Is the highest. Correct. Lowest?
Lowest. 22 in 2021.
Yeah, correct. If suddenly 2026 it increases from 46 to 146, don't submit. Not in this journal, any journal. It means the consistency they didn't maintain. It means at any time it has been checked by the scope team and the Elsevier, and they may be discontinued. So you have to check before you submit the how many paper it published in yearly wise and whether there is a consistency or not. That is one way to check whether journal is authenticate or not. That is point number 1. Then point number 2. Can you go up, madam? Scroll up. Up. Scroll up. Yeah, up. Wait there. Year currently coverage by Scopus. What is written? 1997 to 2025. It means it is continue from 1997 to 2025. The journal is maintaining the consistency as well. If it is showing 2024, then don't submit 2025. Why? Might be it is discontinued by some of the things. May not be for ethical practice. Maybe some of the issues are happening, so they may be dropped. So before you submit, you also check the coverage. And always go for publishers like Emerald, Elsevier Products, then Web of Science, Wiley, Inter Science, Taylor Francis. These are the reputed sites, reputed publication house, those who have authenticity in the process. If you go with this, chances of this kind of practice of your doubt will be negligible. I cannot say it is zero, but it is negligible. Clear?
Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions? Good evening. Good info person. Okay. Then next is your if a research design need to measure ethical changes, what is the best way to revise it without weakening the study? Yeah. So can I have Mr. Mohit Kumar on the board?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Mohit Kumar, can you explain your questions briefly?
Exactly what I want to ask is that, sir, if I have written down a research design through a chat GPT or some other AI tool, so how can I do the changes in my research?
Okay. First of all, that is correct. You can search which are the methods they are using through ChatGPT. There is no wrong. But where there is wrong, if you don't cross-check and use it, that is wrong.
Okay.
Suppose you find that is in ChatGPT, you find that best method is MMR. Okay.
Okay.
So I will show you. I think my screen sharing is open. Is it my screen is visible?
No, sir.
Okay, just give me a second. I'll make it visible. Sharing. Yeah. Share. So this is my Scopus profile. I'll show you that this ChatGPT. I'll answer your questions. Tell me the topic which they are in your mind, Mr. Mohit.
Student engagement in secondary students.
Engagements
in secondary students.
Secondary
students of a particular region.
Okay, what is the outcome? What you want to check?
Sir, I just want to check their academic achievement.
Okay, academic performance. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
I will use a prompt. Suggest best paper and research methods to use for my study. I am just showing you all how you have to check it. Clear? You got few papers with the title match to your study. Clear? Then
Yes,
don't follow on directly comment. What you did, you have to, again, it is not mention the link. You may ask in the next chat, kindly share me the link. Share link of above studies. Now you can get the link as well. So when you get a link, yeah, I'll show you 1, 2 only. Can you able to see?
yes, sir.
Can you able to see these things?
Yes, sir. There's a PDF
Just,
link on other paper links as well.
yeah. I will show you one only. Okay.
Okay.
So this is we'll go to the first link. What is showing here? I will click it here,
Okay.
and it will take me to the PDF what it talks about. Okay. When you go there, you please check the information provided here. Are they correct with the document? If they correct, then you can. If it is not correct, don't use it. It may be misleading you. Are you
Okay.
getting my point? Look at here. The paper is opening. Maybe due to my network, slow network, it might taking a time. But this is how you can cross check it.
Okay,
Clear?
sir. Sure, sir.
Any other doubt? Yeah. What is the informed consent? Why it is essential for research? Ethical okay. Mohit will complete. Ankit Pathak. Can I have Ankit Pathak on the board? We will take another 2-3 queries. Then after I will share my mail ID. You can drop it. I will answer. Because again, we have to respect the time also as the people are in the system. Is it okay to the organizer team? Can I take another 1-2 queries?
Yes, sir, sure, definitely.
You let me know what is the deadline, so I will stop there. So now I want to have Ankit Pathak on board. Can I have Ankit Pathak? Yeah, I think Ankit Pathak is not there. Ankit, are you there? Because why I'm asking people to join on board, because the reason is that to know what is there in the mind. Because drafting question and asking something different. You will answer the question what informed consent, why it is essential for research. I think if you listen the entire discussion, you understand why it is required. So it is not good that I repeat the statement once again. But without ethical practices, if you do, it is difficult to survive in any kind of research journey. Anytime people may ask you for justification, and if you're unable, then your study is not generalized, it may be retracted. Then second question you have uh, is that author joined, the Ankit Pathak joined?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, Ankit. Can you have your second question? What is in your mind?
So
What
what are the
ethical?
yes, what ethical consideration arises when using AI to predict participants' behavior and emotional states?
No, using AI means what? AI platform
Yes,
or
sir.
AI as a technique? What you are
Sir,
asking about?
using AI platform. By using AI platform, what should we consider? What questions should we consider that participants do not get so much emotional about that?
Please refer to the earlier paper. Best answer. What is the literature said? Go with the literature evidence. And to be more specific, don't rely on the questionnaire which generated from AI. Believing on the statement which is well proven in the research.
Okay, sir.
Because sometimes AI questions doesn't resemble the same what you intended to ask. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ankit. Dr. Shefali, yeah, Madam Shefali, can you just be on board?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Madam, I will show you how it is there. So I
Sure,
will
sir.
just you just allow me to just 1 second. I'll show you. Yeah, is it my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
A, B, D, C. Can you see? I have typed. It is automatically coming. ABDC journal quartile list. So why
Right.
it is coming automatically? Because every day I'm searching. So probably for you people, it may not come. I will copy and paste the link for you people. You can save it. at your system, so that you can refer that for everyone. Yes. Is it available to everyone? Please check. Did everyone got
Yes,
it?
sir.
The link I have.
Yes, sir. It is being shown in the message box, chat box.
Yeah, correct. I will now show you how. Tell me a journal name, madam. Any journal which is there in your mind. Because when I click, a lot of journal are coming. Should I select one? Anyone? For your information? I'll
Sure,
select
sir.
this one. Wine Journal of Information Knowledge Management System. It is Q1 ABDC-B. It is a sister concern of Journal of Knowledge Management. Okay. So I put the journal name full. Then I click on filter. When I click on filter, you will show that the quality of the journal ranking. Look at Wine Journal of Information Knowledge System. Publisher is Emerald Publishing House. The your ISS number, and most important, what you are searching, the category. The rating is B. Did you see it? This is
Yes,
one
sir.
way to check. Another way I will show you. How did you check whether it's Q1 or Q2? That also I will show you. Just give me a second. Where it is showing? Yeah. It is my Scopus profile. You go to source. Because these things at least we know before we submit. Yeah. So after clicking the source, you have to click here and put the journal name. Can you see the journal highlighted below?
Yes, sir.
Click it here. Once you click, look at only this journal is showing. Clear?
Right.
Yeah. I will tell you how you know it is Q1. If it is more than 75, it means it is Q1. So what is the percentile here?
It is 92, 91.
Almost 91. It means
Yes.
it is Q1. Clear? That is one way. Suppose you forgot that sir told 71 or 75 or 76. How did I check? Another way. Can you see here my cursor? Is my cursor visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So what you think you click? Suppose you think it is Q2. You click on Q2 and you click here apply. What do you think you click here? Did you see the result?
No.
It means it is not in Q2. Clear? Then if not Q2, you know, if it is not Q2, it will not be Q3. It is a higher rank. Okay.
Right.
Then you click on Q1 and deselect Q2 and click again apply. Can you able to see?
Yes, sir.
It means Scopus verify. It is a quartile 1 journal. No need to ask anyone. You can cross check it here. This is the most authentic way to cross check.
Thank you, sir.
Are you happy now?
Sir, one more question. Actually, some of the journals, they are not listed in Scopus, but they are part of ABDC. So it's like how we can get it that.
It means what is your question? If there is not in Scopus, but in ABDC, what you want to check?
So the authenticity is like it will show in ABDC, right? But not showing in Scopus one. So it means like the journal is not part of Scopus, but it is part of ABDC, right?
Okay, I will ask you one question. Which brand of shoes you are liking?
So it's like
No.
it depends time to time. Sometimes I use right.
Okay. So now my answer is, what is your institute requirements? Is it they're focusing on ABDC? Is it they're focusing on Scopus and ABDC? Or is it they're focusing on Web of Science, ABDC and Scopus? Depending on that, you check it. That is point number one, first answer. Second answer, probably, sometimes few of the journal ABDC, they are considered to be a not predatory, but they're charging money in the form of APC. That you aware about. And normally, as far as my knowledge is concerned, always go for multi-index to be a safer site. If you are going for ABDC, at least you check ABDC and Scopus, or else ABDC and Web of Science, or else Scopus, Web of Science, and ABDC. If it is three, you are win-win conditions. It means wherever you go, people will feel that yes, Dr. Saif Ali done the work which is recognizing by 3 indexes. If not, then question will come what they like. They may look for only Scopus, they may look for only ABDC. So in that case, you have to answer the question as per the requirements. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. All ABDC are automatically Scopus index. No. Who is that asking? Shivani Dixit. Can Shivani, you come to the forum? Shivani, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. As per your question, all journal of ABDC are in Scopus automatically. The answer is no. Few ABDC B category journals are also there, C category also there, which are not in Scopus.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay,
So
sir.
don't fall in that trap that if it is ABDC, yes. If it is ABDC A and A star, probably chance is higher indexing in Scopus and Web of Science. But we cannot say all ABDC are in Scopus. Clear?
Okay, sir.
So we have to cross check it with their own database.
Okay,
And
sir.
very soon, ABDC new list will going to come by the end of this year. So please have an eye that few of the journals are going to promote it to A category from B, and few are promoted from C category to B.
Okay.
So by the end of the year, the new list
So,
will
sir,
going to
till
come.
now we are following that same list which we
Yeah,
have 2022 list, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any other questions? Or should I did I skip any questions by the way of discussions?
No, sir, I think no more questions.
Okay. Okay, yes. So now it is up to the organizer. So if they want to ask anything, I am open. They can proceed.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful insights. And thank you so much for answering all the asked questions from our participants. Your emphasis on the critical role of ethical decision making, basically in the modern age of AI and the research practices that are being shared, it aligns perfectly with the purpose of today's workshop. And of course, it prepares all of us to approach our research responsibilities with greater clarity and, most importantly, the integrity. Your guidance has truly enriched our understanding. And now, to formally conclude our today's session, I would like to invite Dr. Nishi Sharma, Principal, Center for Teacher Education, IPEM, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks. Ma'am, we request you to please share your concluding remarks.
Good evening, all. I hope I am audible to all.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am,
you're
you're
audible,
audible.
So, on behalf of IPM Ghaziabad, it is my privilege to propose the formal vote of thanks for today's insightful pre-conference workshop. First and foremost, I express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Rashmi Ranjanji, for such
Thank
an enriching and insight on ethical dilemma in modern research. Your expertise, clarity of thoughts, and practical guidance have truly deepened our understanding for research integrity and best practices. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our respected Secretary, Sir, Director General, Executive Director, Dean Academics for their continuous encouragement and visionary support, which makes initiative like this possible. And a special acknowledgement to our research and development cell and team MIC for meticulous planning, coordination, and seamless organization of this workshop. I'm glad to see the enthusiasm of all the participants who have joined this session. So I thank all the participants and faculty members for their active engagement, timely presence, and enthusiastic involvement. Your commitment to academic growth and research excellence adds immense value to this program. Our appreciation also goes to the technical team for ensuring smooth online connectivity, Zoom felicitations, and digital arrangements. So finally, we look forward for your continued participation as a research paper presenter in our upcoming multidisciplinary international conference on the topic Intelligent Technology in Education and Business Management, which is on 20th and 21st of February. So once again, thank you all for making this workshop a meaningful and successful learning experience. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nishi ma'am, for the wonderful vote of thanks. Since we are towards the end of the session, I request everybody to kindly once again open your cameras so that we can get a group photograph. Everybody is requested to kindly turn on their cameras for the group photograph. Okay, thank you, everyone. Now we are
Yes.
sharing the QR code for the feedback from every participant. I request you to kindly scan the QR. Every participant is requested to scan only one QR. There are 4 QR codes that are being shared on the screen. Please scan only any of the one QR code and share your valuable feedback. The e-certificates will be shared to you to the people who have scanned and shared their feedback with us.
So I just share with you all like my mail ID, so that if you have any doubt, any queries, you can reach out to me. And because as it is a pursuit of time and all, so we could have a good discussions based upon your interest. So it is given in the chat box for your information to all. So if you have any queries, you can share with me, and I'll try to address that level to my knowledge and expertise, and help you people to flourish in flying colors.
Thank you so much, sir. I think the email ID is well received. Thank you, sir, once again from the entire fraternity of IPEM for coming here and letting us know about the considerations specifically related to the ethics while writing and publishing the research paper. Thank you so much, sir.
So now we can sign it out.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Okay, thank you to all of you. I convey my sincere thanks to the organizing team, the board of directors, madams, with respect to both madams who are giving their precious times to share their views regarding the program, and the madam who contacted me, that I also convey my sincere thanks to the madam. And I hope that the information which we have shared and discussed will be helpful for them, and we will look forward to further discussions as per the participant choice and wish. And I wish you all the best for your conference, and best wishes to the participant to have a beautiful journey in research and publications. Thank you to all. Jai Jagannath.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of IPM Ghaziabad and the entire team of R&D and MIC 2026, I give you once again a thank you for taking out your precious time. And I also thank each participant from different institutes and universities who have joined us and taken out precious time to hear out sir and his valuable knowledge and impeccable experience. We look forward, this is just the beginning, and we look forward to see you all in MIC 2026. The call for papers is still on, so you can send your extended abstract research papers to make it a success. And definitely we'll be helping you out and reaching you out for the publication of the same. So thank you once again, everyone. And we look forward to see you in MIC 2026. Thank you so much. I hope everyone has scanned the QR code. And as soon as you'll be submitting the feedback form, the automated generated e-certificate will be there on your registered email ID. Thank you once again. This is Dr. Asta Sahni signing off for the day and looking forward to see you in MIC 2026.
Thank you, madam. I wish you all the best. I'm signing off.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.